Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
We're good. I was just saying before we were going to get on the phone with you here that I don't know if I can talk to you because you've done too many big things.
Oh my gosh,
I mean,
that is silly and too kind.
Well, I mean, like not only
You're a big star.
Angry Birds,
Yeah.
but Despicable Me. What Ice Age?
Right.
What else?
Horton Hears a Who. One of my favorites.
I mean, the list of huge movies that you've been producing is off the charts.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm proud of the things that I've been a part of.
So now, for people who don't know, and I'm one of them, really, what does a producer of a movie actually do? No, seriously,
okay,
what is your job?
What do you do?
You know, it's a very good question. A lot of people do not know, including people that I work with, and it's a role that really involves all facets of the making of a movie, and that's from the creative to the production, to the casting, to the marketing, and there's so much that goes into it, and pretty much everything that happens on the movie in some way does cross through my path, and it's a great place to get to experience a lot of different things.
So a producer of the movie is really you're even bigger than the director, aren't you?
Oh, listen, there are many important people involved in the making of a movie, and producer is one of them. A director is a very, very important role.
Now, John, look, if we don't have a lot of time, there's no time for you to be humble during this interview. I mean,
yeah, he's impressed. I think because I'm an actor, so I think a producer's like a referee. I think you got you got to know exactly what's going on in the game from every standpoint. So
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Referee, but I don't wear that the black and the white colors.
Exactly.
We're on with John Cohen, producer of the Angry Birds movie. John, why are these birds so angry?
Yeah.
Do they have the bird flu?
Do they have cats?
What's going on with these birds? What's the problem here?
The movie actually tells people what the origin story is and how these birds got to be so angry, which is the question that Rovio, the company that designs and created the Angry Birds games, the question they get asked more than anything else. And so we were able to tell that story of how this weird conflict came to exist between flightless birds and cute green piggies.
I couldn't believe how Angry Birds is that little game on your phone took off. I mean, people of all ages love Angry Birds.
They do, including me. I'm an addict. And love the game, love all of the different games. And when you're playing a game that is just inches away from your face, you're holding it right there. You really do make a connection to it, and what I'm always surprised about is I'll be somewhere, on a flight, a long flight, and I'll be stuck on one level of the game for maybe 2 hours, and I'll look at the clock and realize that much time went by. So it's a really, really fun game.
When you think about this, though, the world has certainly changed where a lot of people, their screen time really is just their phone, and that's it. How do you think that's going to change as far as movies go? Do you see a time when people are just going to watch stuff on their phone and never go to a theater? Or?
I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that people still continue to go to theaters. There's something about going to the movies where you're surrounded by an audience, a group of people that are all there, excited to see the same movie. And hearing the reactions of the crowd, whether it's a comedy and people are laughing the whole time, or a horror movie and you can feel them kind of clenched in their seats and afraid. There's a great energy watching a movie with other people. So I think that the experience of watching something on your phone or your TV or your iPad is incredibly convenient and amazing that we have access to all of this content everywhere we go, wherever we are. But I still really love the experience of going to the movies.
Is it going to change though? Because the technology has changed a lot, and we have the 3D, of course, which I don't think is really great, to be honest with you.
I like it.
But is it going to get to the point where it's going to be just holograms in front of us when we go to the theater, and the movie is going to happen all around us?
It's a great question. What we've seen over the last few years, and it's the crazy thing about the world today, is that everything changes probably every 6 months now. If you think about the world that we were in 2 years ago, it's a very different place than the world that we're in today, and that's a cool thing, but it's also kind of a scary thing. But the one thing that you know is that there will be some new technology and some new experience that comes along, and it's really hard to predict what that'll be.
And will there be another Angry Birds? There's got to be now the sequel if there was sort of this prequel, in essence.
We love these characters so much, and I think at the heart of great animated movies, it comes down to a connection that the audience makes with characters.
Yeah.
And what I can say is that we haven't announced anything yet, but I do find myself thinking about these characters and thinking, gosh, what would happen if Red, Chuck and Bomb, and Matilda found themselves in that situation or this situation? And that's always a good sign, and definitely something that I experienced on past movies that I was a part of, like the Ice Age movies or Despicable Me. And so, fingers crossed.
Good.
All right, producer John Cohen. Great talking to you for a few minutes, John, and good luck. You don't need luck with Angry Birds, but thanks for talking to us for a few minutes.
Oh, thank you, guys. It was great to talk to you, too.